Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to give us a minute or two to make sure people are connected in, that they can hear us. Welcome to the Parents Unite National Zoom. We're really excited to have so many people joining us to both learn but join the excitement and figure out how you can be part of our Parents Unite campaign. Courtney, is everybody in as far as you can tell? Should I move forward?
Yes, go ahead and begin.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm Blair Hyatt. I'm the Senior Director of State Affairs here at NHSA. We are excited to be taking the next steps in growing Parents Unite with you. Please put your name, your program, and your location in the chat so people have an idea who all is here on the Zoom with us. Use the chat to let people know about you, your program, why you're excited about Parents Unite. So once everyone puts in their name in the program, feel free to add other things into the chat so people have a chance to get a feel for who all is here. We know that there are lots of questions, and this is a webinar, so there is a separate questions chat for you to put your questions into the question box. We will answer as many of the questions as we can today in the hour. The ones we don't get to, we will figure out how to address them after Zoom in writing to people and share them back with people. Our presenters today are members of NHSA's Parents Advisory Committee. Each of them will introduce themselves as they step in to present slides. And I'm now going to turn the presentation over to Holly Unger. Holly, it's all yours.
Thanks, Blair. Hi, I'm Holly Unger. I'm a parent of 13 amazing children. I live in a small town just outside of Columbus in rural Ohio. Um, we are a part of Leeds Head Start, where I'm a member of the Policy Council. I'm also on the Ohio Head Start Board, our Region 5 board, and a proud member of the NHSA board. What is Parent Unite? The Parent Unite is a strategic collaboration effort to increase and evaluate Head Start parents by taking action and raising their voices. What Parent Unite means to me is empowering parents like me to raise our voices, share our lived experiences, and take action as true parents, partners in shaping Head Start. It turns parents into I can't talk today. I'm sorry. Uh, it's turning parents, leaders into real impact for our children, our communities, and our future generations. I am now going to turn over this presentation to Tasha Woods.
Hi, I'm Tasha Woods. I am a parent of 4 and I am a grandparent of 7. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my children attend the Youth Development Head Start program. I am the president of the local policy council. I am on the Parent Unite board. I am also on the Region 6 board, the National Head Start board, and the New Mexico Association Head Start. My question to answer is, who is this campaign for? And the answer to that is everyone. All caregivers, staff, grandparents, anybody that is involved with the child. It takes a village and it takes everyone. We are also welcoming Head Start staff and directors because, as you know, we can't do that. We can't do this without them, and also parents and caregivers. I am now going to turn over my presentation to Lachey Batchelor,
Hello, everyone. My name is Leah Shea, or Shea for short, and I am a parent of three amazing children that all attended Head Start. I live in LA, and my children attended the Head Start program with Foundation for Early Childhood Education. And I am a member of the LACO Policy Council. I'm on my fifth year. I served 2 years as the chairperson, and now I am proudly a community representative and the school readiness advocate. And I also serve on two subcommittees, Planning and Development Committee and Education and Transition Committee. And Head Start is unique in how it involves parents as essential partners. And that's what we want to use our voices to speak out on behalf of Head Start and our children. Um, our goal, our goals are to create a network of Head Start parent advocates ready to continue fighting for Head Start in 2026, 2027. We want to have Head Start parents meet with each member of Congress in April 2026 to deepen Congress's understanding of what makes Head Start powerful. And we want to continually amplify the importance of Head Start parents and their stories to policymakers, the media, and the public, including policy influencers. I am now turning over the presentation to Jasmine Pearson.
Hi, I am Jasmine Pearson. I am a parent of two current Head Start toddlers and one Head Start alumni. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and my children, they attend the Ken Crest Head Start program. I am a member of the Philadelphia School District Policy Council. And right now, for this year, I serve as the president this year. So that's a great thing. So you might be wondering today, how can you join the Parents Unite? Well, it's easy. If you haven't already, you can join Parents Unite by scanning the QR code, sending us your name, your email address, and cell phone number. And we will send you information back and connect you to our Parent Unite activities that are upcoming in the future. I will now turn the presentation over to Savannah Pease.
I think she's on mute, Savannah. I think you're on
Savannah, are
mute.
you with us? Yeah, let's give her a minute to get off mute,
I
and then I'll
said
easy.
so much. I'm so sorry. I just kept going.
We can hear
Okay,
you now, Savannah. You're live. You're ready to go.
awesome. Well, I'm Savannah Pease. I'm the parent of a current full day Head Start child and two former Head Start children. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and my children attend the CPCD Head Start program. I am a member of the Community Resources and Awareness Policy Committee, and I serve on the Policy Council Board. Um, so my question is, when are things happening, and an overview of the next 4 months? So here in Colorado, we've been having productive conversations with Representative Crank's office for several months, starting in early 2025, including having some of his staff come and visit our classrooms in hopes to have Representative Crank come and visit in person in April. Um, so the current two primary activities are, bringing more people into the Parents Unite campaign and working with state associations to identify the teams coming from each state to Washington in April. I am now turning over the presentation to Sandra Rodriguez.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Rodriguez. I am a parent of two. I live in Pomona, California, representing the LA County. My children attended the Head Start program and are currently in third and second grade, which makes me a former Head Start parent. I am a member of the Los Angeles County Office of Education Policy Committee as the first ever parent mentor. and I serve as well the Education and Transition and Planning and Development Committee for Head Start. For my city, I'm part of the Pomona Community Advisory Committee. For the school district, I am part of the District PTA SBP legislation, Parent Leads, District Advisory Committee, and the Parent Advisory Committee. For my school, I am part of their PTO as their treasurer. I'm also part of the School Site Council, School Advisory Committee, English Learners and Advisory Committee, and the PBIS group. So the question here is, how will Parents Unite be a successful campaign? Parents Unite will work with state and regional Head Start associations to strengthen our parent leaders, advocacy networks, and efforts. NHSA is taking the lead role, but it's counting on the state and regional associations to help promote Parents Unite. And with identification of the people from each state who will be going to Washington in April. More on this later. I am now turning over the presentation to Leah Shea Beckler.
So another question to be answered is, what supports and activities will Parents Unite be providing? There will be lots of supporting activities for parent and staff so that Parent Unite in April is a success. Virtual meetings will be held for parents leading up to Parents Unite April 2026 to inform, connect, and plan. Social media, text messaging, and email will be used to improve communication and networking with parents. And NHSA's Leadership Academy will be offering training for parents on key topics, lobbying and advocacy, directors working with policy councils, and how to set up a visit with congressional representatives, etc. And I am now turning over the presentation to Brianna Lobergio.
Hi, I'm Brianna Lobergio. My child is part of the Henry Booth House program here in Chicago, Illinois. I am the chair of my Parent Policy Council currently, and this is my second year holding that position. So everybody wants to know what's going to be happening in April. April is a huge month. That's what we're working towards. That's what this whole campaign, the pinnacle, comes to. During April of 2026, parents from across the nation will meet with members of Congress and remind them or teach them that Head Start is essential not only for families, but for our nation's future. A select group of the parents will be picked to go to Washington, D.C. to meet with congressional leaders on April 21st through 23rd. In conjunction with that, we will have parents in their home states meeting with their Congress members in their district offices, because not everybody's going to be at Capitol Hill at the same time. We want to make sure that we're reaching those that are not on the Hill and that are in their home offices at that time. If you're interested in representing your state, get in contact with your association leadership. That's going to be through your individual state. If you don't know who that person is, please email Blair Hyatt. He is the one that will have all that information for everyone, depending on what territory or state that you live in. His email address is in the chat. NSHA is providing the support for the teams to come to Washington. The teams will consist of 2 parents from each state and 1 staff to support them. NHSA will provide for travel, lodging, childcare stipends, and meals. I am now turning over to Michael Jenkins.
Michael, have you been able to join us? Michael was hoping to come in right at the end, and I'm not sure he was able to make it happen. All right. Holly, would you step in for Michael here and offer to do questions? Thank you.
I know you have lots of questions, along with parents you've heard from, and your NHSA staff will answer as many as we can cover today. We will answer questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Blair.
Yeah, let's see if our people that are monitoring all the questions could bring forward questions for us to answer. Go ahead. Linda?
We don't have any questions in the Q&A right now. We've answered them all so
Wow.
far. That's
Holy
great.
crow. I was ready for thousands of questions. How about in the chat?
Right
Katie,
now,
do we
I'm sorry, I was chatting with somebody who needs to have some of this translated. So I've connected that person with a link to our webpage. But also, if there's somebody else that needs translations or something, if you could put that information in the chat, and we will make sure that somebody calls that person back or emails that person back with more information because they deserve better than my Spanish.
That is good. All right.
Blair, this is Lori. People are asking for your email address.
I am typing it into the chat as I speak. That's good. Uh, Other questions? Are there other things people would like to know? Now is your chance to ask all the
Blair,
questions you want.
I'm going to keep going with questions if that's okay in
yeah,
the
there are seven
Yes.
in the
questions.
chat.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Lori Ferris is asking, will parents be reimbursed or will NHSA provide upfront money?
Holly, you can handle them or I will. I don't care.
You can handle the finance ones.
Yeah. We are still working this out. Um, we are hoping that we will do this as reimbursement. That will be simple, but we are committed to doing whatever is necessary to get the state teams here. So if reimbursement won't work to get a parent here or a staff person, we will find a way to take care of the money on the front end. It will be much simpler for us if you can book your flight. That way you'll have it and you'll know what it is and you'll be able to pick the right one and everything. But we are committed to doing whatever it takes to get you there, in terms of reimbursement or money on the front end.
Before I ask another question, I realized that I talked about someone who didn't speak English and I said it in English, so that doesn't help anyone in Spanish. So I don't know if any of our panelists are bilingual and want to announce it. They'll just put their contact information in the chat. We can, or I can give it a shot.
The person responded in Spanish that they understood, and thank you.
Ok, perfecto. Pero si hay alguien más quien necesita ayuda en español, por favor, pone su número o su email en el chat y podemos responder después. Is that all right, Brianna? Did I do all right?
Perfect.
It's been a long time. The other question is, if programs want to provide the opportunity for more parents, will that be an option?
I think I'm going to be the question answer because here, um, our limit right now is that the space that we're holding it at Gallaudet University, and there is limited space in terms of meeting space to put everybody in one room. Um, we, I do think that in a couple weeks we are going to have a limited number of additional slots, but it won't be enough. You're going to have to make hard decisions about what two parents come. But unfortunately, if you have more people that are excited, we're hoping that they will turn that excitement into organizing the visits that are going to happen within your state because there's only so much that we can do in terms of Washington.
Are we meeting are the meetings for every week?
The meetings, they're, I don't understand the question, honestly. Holly, do you have a guess what that person was aiming for in that question?
I can address, actually, the question was from Madi Hussein Zada, and
Yeah.
they were asking if the meeting, I assume this meeting here, Madi, I don't know if you can specify this type of meeting or you're talking about the April meeting. You can just put it in the chat.
While they're putting that in the chat, the next one is, and I'll go through these and then Linda, if it's okay, I'll tag to see if any of them got missed in the Q&A. Who
Cool.
will we meet with in April? Are there specific Head Start champions on the Hill?
Yes. So our goal is really big. It is to meet with every member of Congress in April, every representative and every senator. And we know that you aim high and are really happy if you don't, if you get really close to your goal. And so our goal is for every senator and every representative to be met by a group of parents in April. Um, so I think that answers that question, unless Holly, you think there's more we should say there. I'm good.
No, I think you hit it spot on.
Blair, may I
Yeah.
chime in?
Yeah, please.
I just saw a few questions that I feel like I could answer too really quickly. So
Go
one of
ahead.
the questions that I do keep seeing reoccurring is about how many parents will be able to attend. So yes, it is the way it's going to be designated is for two parents of each state to go with your state. I want to say your state representative, or I'm sorry, your state regional rep for to DC to speak with your state's representatives. I'm sorry, I'm on my words, but yeah, so it is going to be a team of two people in your state regional rep. So, for example, I'm in Pennsylvania and my state regional rep is Kara McFerrin. So, possibly for hypothetical, it could be myself, another parent from the state of Pennsylvania, and then our state regional director or person, which is Kara McFerrin. The three of us would go down to DC, or we will be selected to go to DC, and then you will speak with your state again representative, and you're going to speak passionately about Head Start, how it impacts you, how it impacts your children. You speak from the heart and you talk to these people. You don't want to go in there thinking that you have to have any fancy lingo to speak with these people, because that could be intimidating. You just go in there and speak from your heart and speak passionately because you're a parent and you're advocating on behalf of Head Start. Like it's in a sense under attack from, with everything the government has going on. So that's just one thing I wanted to touch on because I kept seeing that question come up. If that makes any sense to anybody.
And then, yes, that does make a
Jasmine.
lot of sense, Jasmine. And then I wanted to add to that and say that it doesn't stop there. Like, don't feel like if you're not one of the parents that are chosen to go specifically to Washington, that your buck stops there. No, you have the same amount of opportunity. And we actually need people that will stay in state and go talk to the representatives that aren't available to go meet us out on the Hill, or talk to our state representatives that aren't, just for that reason. So we need more than two parents, but only for this, two parents are going to go to DC with their representative. But there is more to be done at the home front as well, and it is equally as important that it is for the parents going up out of state. So I just wanted to add to Jasmine's and Blair's, side scrub on that. Like, I just wanted to say, like, don't think that if you're not one of the people that just so happen to be chosen to go to DC to talk to Congress, like, that is not, you're still doing great, because we still need you on the sidelines at home doing the main action there too, so.
Thank you.
And then, sorry, Blair, I keep seeing questions about how do we register? How do we sign up? So our launch page for Parents Unite will be in the question and answers. I've already put it under a couple of answers. Go there, sign up, put yourself for the emails for the alerts, and then reach out to Blair and find out who is heading up your state. That's how you get in conjunction with your teams. And then as a team, you guys will decide from there who would be going. Another person asked, if you only have one parent that's able to go, that is perfectly fine. We're not staunch on the two. I will tell you from personal experience, I was the only parent from the state of Illinois that was at the Fall Leadership Institute. So having one parent is better than none. And, somebody, Ezra Wallace, asked, what measurable successes have there been from a Washington, D.C. event? This is our first ever parent front event. We have held fall leadership institutes. Typically that's owners, that's board members, things like that. But we were missing that personal touch of a parent's story. So that's what we're leaning into, and that's why we're trying to become more grassroots on this. Me and these lovely ladies were on a panel that spoke to the directors and to other Head Start people about how important it is to have parents on the front. We're able to talk about it not only from a personal story, but everybody has a different story as to why they need Head Start and how it's impacted their lives. So that's what we want to focus on, and that's what we need. We need more of the personal touch. I know for the representative that I met with, they had no idea what Head Start was. And that's the problem that we're having, is that we need to educate. We need to show them what it is, what we do, how it impacts us, and how it helps our future.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to keep going with questions, Blair? Or are you and you guys
I'm
good?
happy
The
to
panel
keep
good?
going, and I'm loving how all the parents are stepping into the questions they say. It's great. So keep going.
I agree, because this is about them and their meeting. Do we need to book hotel rooms in Washington as well?
Mhm. I will answer that. So I said that the meeting's going to be at Gallaudet University, and I don't know if many people know this, but Gallaudet University is the national university for people that are deaf, that can't hear. And they have a conference center there, the Kellogg Conference Center, and we will be booking everybody's rooms. And it's a beautiful setup. And then I think we're going to end up with more people wanting to come than we can fit. So there's a hotel right around the corner, and we'll put everybody else there. But we will take care of, once we know who's coming, who where the rooms are, who's going to do that. We'll set that all up for everybody. We'll just take care of you on that part of things. It's good.
And who is organizing the visits with the members of Congress?
That is going to be, is still to be determined. And I think there's one thing I want to say, which is we are working really closely. We're going to work with our state and regional associations, and it depends on how it's going to be different in each state, because different states are different, their capabilities are different. Um, and I think it was Brianna that when we first started talking about this in December, she said, we'll need a committee, because not only are there going to be the visits happening in DC, but we got to make sure that all the other visits happen back home in the States. But how that's going to happen and who's going to figure that out, it's really going to be how the state association figures out the best way to do that. And that's why, if you're wanting to be a part of this, we'll give you information, but we are also want to connect you to your state association leaders so you can work with them and help that whole planning process of how those visits are going to happen. Um, and so that's how I think that's going to happen. That's why I put my email in the chat, and probably someone else, if they would just redrop it into the chat so that people can see my email. If you don't know who your association president or director is, we will send it to you directly so you know how to make a connection with them. It's really good.
And
Yeah, I
then,
wanted to add that's who added, sorry, Brianna. That's who, for Oklahoma, that's who it was for us. It was our director of our state director, whatever, that set up that meeting for, well, that, that was supposed to set up the meeting, but we weren't on the list. We came late, yada, yada, yada. But that's who it was tasked to last time at the Fall Institute. So.
Yeah, it's good. The one other thing I will say is, the way we are describing the teams, it could be that the person that comes with the two parents is your state association director or president. It doesn't have to be. All we're asking is that that person be someone that will be connected to the parents and make sure that the parents' travel and participation goes well. But I'm saying that because we're not obligating the state associations to come unless they want to. That's the part. They can send another support person. How you build that team's really up to each state association. And the one other thing that I'll say, because in an interest to not being overly complicated, what I didn't mention and I want people to be aware of is we have also reached out to the Migrant and Seasonal Association and the American Indian Association. and both of them are sending teams to represent their programs and members. So while we're talking teams from state associations, we are also including teams from those two very important parts of the Head Start community. And I wanted to make sure nobody thought we were leaving them out just because I didn't remember to mention it in the PowerPoint. So just more
And
information.
then I have somebody asking in the chat, we're in a very red state and our senators would probably vote to eliminate Head Start. Our local representatives are more supportive. Can you please teach us how to advocate with the naysayers without putting a target on our backs? So that's the great thing about Parents Unite. We are going to be launching education modules for you guys to do on your own time to work on those skills and to have a better understanding of how to address this, how to do a storytelling instead of a, more harsh way of talking to your representatives. And that'll be available to all the parents. So the parents that are going to DC and the parents that are staying back in their home states, everybody will have the opportunity for that training. Another person also asked about amplifying. We are looking for social media influencers. If you are good at recording videos, TikToks, Facebook, anything like that, please reach out to Blair. We are looking for posts about what we're doing, amplifying it, and then being able to reach more parents and maybe get more attention from Congress as to what we're doing and why Head Start matters.
And I would add to that, even if you're just beginning to shoot video, but are committed to learning how to do it and make it a part of your life, we will put together a group of people to help you develop confidence and skills in that. So even if you're willing, you just need to be committed to doing it, and you don't have to be great at it already. So please shoot me your name. I can't wait to have a group of people that are all shooting video regularly. It's fabulous. It's good.
And then, so the videos are just to have, just kind of talk a little bit about Parents Unite and just kind of show face. Is that what it is to share?
To start out with, Savannah, but our real goal is that there's two goals. One is to just amplify our voices, but the other is we know that many parents, Head Start parents, they learn and are connected through video, through TikTok, through Instagram, and that is a place we want to be communicating to parents. We want to build that set of relationships and connection. So I'm hoping that once people get comfortable going, hey, there's Parents Unite, join it. They would also shoot video of, hey, parents, remember to look for your Head Start program because that's the best place for your 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, or anything positive story. Hopefully it will be, in 6 months, if you get on TikTok and you look at you're one of those people that look at Head Start stuff, you'll just start getting more and more Head Start parent videos, just short videos of whatever it is that is inspiring or encouraging people to do. So we're hoping to build, that's why we're calling them influencers. We're trying to create a story and a dialogue in video, in the video world, that will amplify everything about parents and Head Start. But for right now, really just happy if we're doing Parents Unite, and that all those visits that happen in April, there's really good video, like, hey, this is me and this 8 of us just visited with representative whatever, blah, 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 and we get to amplify those visits and the importance of them.
Okay. And so, would you say they're more serious, or can it be something like clever, funny, something to grab people's attention?
Funny and clever is the best thing as far as I'm concerned. I don't think you have to be serious at all. We're Head Start. We know that learning's meant to be fun and it's meant to be play. So serious is overrated as far as I'm concerned. It's good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Then Blair, I see a couple of people asking when it comes to promoting Parents Unite, how do providers do that? On our launch page, there are downloadables in Spanish and in English that you can share. If you're a policy council chair, please share it at your next meeting. Share it at your next meeting, get the word out, let parents know. David also asked, are there concerns about promoting Parents Unite without their agency's approval? Some agencies can be concerned about that when it comes to their programs. So you're not going to be promoting your individual program, just Parents Unite. So you don't need to name any affiliation with any home group, anything like that. You're just Head Start, Parents Unite. That way we don't confuse people, because we all know that there's like 80 layers to Head Start, but not all people know that. No, but not all people know like the breakdown and everything like that. So when you do the media, it's just going to be for Head Start and Parents Unite.
And I would add encouragement. If you're really excited about this, find a way to talk to either your policy council, if not just your policy council president, either your parent involvement person or your director or your manager, and just say, hey, I'm really excited about Parents Unite. I'm going to be inviting people to join. And if they have any concerns, they can let you know. But just let them know, because people want to know what people are doing in their program. And I think that's a courtesy. It's good.
Blair, we've gotten a number of questions from people asking how often they can expect to hear from Parents Unite, to make sure that they are on the list or to make sure they don't miss our emails. And specifically, there's also a request here about, is there a Facebook page yet for Parents Unite, or how will we be visible on Facebook?
I think we have not made a Facebook page, but this is the third person in the last 4 days that said we should have a Facebook page. So I'm assuming that question is telling us what we should create. So we will create a Facebook page. That makes sense to me. We, right now, our email list is about 1,000 people that have signed up. And today an email went out and one went out in early January. So if you're wondering whether you're on the list, there's only been 2 emails. But from here, I promise you, you will get at least one email every week. And we are also putting together a text message thing. So you will also start getting text messages. And if you don't want text messages, you know how to block us. But we are going to be communicating both ways, because some people, my wife hates email, but she will read any text that happens. And so we are going to use both text and email that people have shared with us to communicate back to you, and you'll use the one that makes the most sense. But you can count on, by beginning of February, that you'll get something at least once a week from us, email or text. Promise you. It's
Great.
good.
Another question, will programs be able to provide opportunity to more parents to participate? I think that means beyond DC. What would those options be to participate for parents?
So if programs want to do more, what they should be engaged in, they too should be talking with their state association and find out who are the representatives that are not going to be visited in DC during April. And maybe those programs could be the ones that are organizing groups of parents to visit their representatives locally, the local visits. And that's the role, the major role. And I know in small states it's I think there will be a little bit of competition, but remember, in our big states, in California, Florida, there are 30, 40, 50 representatives. There's no way we're going to get to all of it. We're going to only get to a couple of them in the DC Hill visits, and all the rest of them need to be visited locally. And that's where programs can step in to go to their policy council and say, hey, a couple of you are interested in this. Can we be the people? Can we bring together a group of parents and set up that visit and, support the parents in going to do those local visits?
Another person has asked if you could repeat exactly what NHSA will support for families and staff.
Yes. Travel, your flight, your room, so you have room, your meals, except for the travel days, but the meals for the 2 days you're there, and childcare stipend of $100 a day.
And another question, is there a tentative agenda for parents in April? And along those lines, someone asked if the April meetings will be available on Zoom.
The April meeting, we are debating whether to put on one or two of the key pieces of the meeting onto Zoom. I think that will probably happen. You're not the first person that said they might be interested in that. The agenda will be developed in February and March. Our hope for Washington is that because we're going to identify those teams, hopefully by the middle of February, it gives us all of the rest of February and March to plan. And we are hoping that those people, the majority of them, will be experienced advocates, and it'll allow us to make the content of the meeting, how to train leaders. One of the issues we really want to talk about is the elections, because the elections are really going to happen, and how do we support Head Start parents in participating in the elections. But the agenda will be developed over time in March, in February and March. And I'm sure that we will share our thinking about that agenda with all of the people on the team, so everyone has an idea what's happening way before it happens.
Then there are a couple of questions from people who are asking, what if I don't know how to reach out to my state association, or if I don't know how to advocate for my region? What should I do?
You should, all right. So I think my easy answer is you should email me, but I am not going to handle it. I will get Linda, I will get other members of our advisory committee to get back to you and help you. But rather than offer a million email addresses, just send it to me. Say, hi, I'm blank. I live in this state. I don't know how to connect with whatever. And we will get someone to get back to you either by email or call you up and have a conversation so you know how to connect in. It's a great piece.
There's also a question that's come up twice in the chat about if a program is able to send if they're able to front the money to the parents that are selected to come, could NHSA then reimburse the program? I know, Blair, you said we kind of work with that and figure out those details.
That's what we would prefer, and we would definitely do that. That's really good.
I hope that answered. There were two, I think it was Jeannie and Mickey asked those questions. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then another question, when are we looking to have the social media team gathered and to start putting out video?
I am hoping to have that social media team gathered and beginning to meet in early February, and we're going to do some kind of probably weekly Zooms for people to just practice, talk, and learn, practice, talk, and learn, practice, talk, and learn. So we'll create a learning community, and it will start in February because it's going to take a while to get the momentum going we need to.
And an important question just came in. For the DC meeting, is Parents Unite looking only for current Head Start parents, or are past parents attending also a possibility?
We are prioritizing current parents. And honestly, that's really what we want. But I know there are a bunch of people here that, they're still on their policy council. Their child left, has just, was in the program last year, and they're still serving out their term. Happy with that kind of thing. Here's the creep, the thing we don't want, which is I've had several people come to me and go, well, I have a former parent and they're now a Head Start director, or I have a former parent and they're now staff on our program. And that, while they are former parents, that's not the voice we're trying to raise. Those people have places to raise it. So our emphasis here is on current or recent parents rather than, former parents now that are years later, because there's literally 20 million former parents that could be doing this, but we're trying to raise the voices of current people with current experience at Head Start.
And then Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Katie.
Linda.
Holly, go ahead. You're on mute, though. I want to hear Holly, but she's muted.
Sorry, I was just reading a question from the chat. Mary McNeil, I hope I said your last name right. Would you come and speak about this opportunity at a policy council meeting? We would love to zoom in, and if somebody's not close to you, that's one of the parents that are already existing on this project. We would more than graciously come and speak with you or speak to your policy council on this.
I think this question may have been asked before, but it's been repeated in the Q&A. Is NHSA able to reimburse a program if the program fronts the money for the trip? I would hate for a parent to have to come up with the money.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Got it.
And then you say, oh, okay, he got it. And then he's going to go on this.
That's it for the Q&A right now. We answered over 40 questions, so that's great.
Awesome.
I wanted to add that this is Storm, sorry. I wanted to add that and I might be a little late also, my bad, but that when I came out to the Fall Institute, my program paid me or put some of it up front on my per diem, like on the check that I got, and then some of it I got reimbursed. So I know that with my program, I know not every program is the same, but with my program that was an option. So definitely don't be afraid to ask for your parents or for whatever, because the worst that could be said is no. So that's all.
Good. Thanks, Storm.
Something else that hasn't been mentioned here at the Winter Institute, we will have a Parent Unite booth. So please make sure you stop and see us if you're going to be at at the Winter Institute next week.
Great. All right.
Someone wants to know if the community members who support Head Start and advocate for Head Start, would they be eligible for the campaign and local district office visits?
I think that would really be up to the program to make those decisions. We are trying to lead, but what works about Head Start is it's federal to local, and you set the goals and the the thing, and then you leave it up to the parents and the program to figure out how to get there. The only hesitation, the only urge is it's so the goal here is to have this be parent focused and so make the emphasis in getting lots of parents there over top of community members. And you might have a couple community members that would be the perfect people to be at that visit, and then do it. It's good.
We actually just got something in the Q&A, and this is for Jasmine. The parent from PA is closest to us. Ms. Jasmine, that would be you. Although she may not be able to join in person to speak to our parents, what is her email to coordinate her speaking to parents via Zoom? Jasmine, how do you want to handle this? Do you want to we can forward the.
I just dropped
You
my
put it in
email
the chat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If you
All
got
right.
it, get it. And if not, you can also, contact Blair, Linda. I am open and available. I love talking. So yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Do we have any more questions? This is great. People are doing fabulous.
There have been two. One, just so you guys know, go into the chat, and I've been trying to put the link to our webpage where you can get frequently asked questions. You can get this information translated in Spanish, and all of the details of the campaign. And then twice different people have asked about what are next steps for state associations and if we will be meeting with state associations, Blair.
We were happy to meet with state associations, but right now many of them are already working on this. it's if the parents want to be part of that, they need to reach out to the associations. We're not doing a meeting with them unless they ask us to. And some of them have. Like one of them asked, could you have some parents talk to everybody in our state about why this matters, just to get people excited? But we're leaving that to the state association directors and presidents, how they want, what kind of support, or if they need anything, or whether they're just going to handle it themselves. So it's really flexible what's happening in your state. It's good. All right. Somebody is not on mute and it's bleeding in significantly. So if they could mute there, that was perfect. Whoever did that, it worked. Thank you. So any other questions? All right. So given that, and we have a little time, I think what I would like to close is if any of our panelists want to say some closing remark or words of encouragement, I'd love to give them a chance to do that. And I think that's the way to close out this call, and we will end by 4 o'clock. So
I would just like to say thank you for everybody who joined us. Just know that like we could not do this without all of us. Like you, me, Linda, Blair, Brianna, Jasmine, Holly, all of us. There's not one of us that is more important or could do more or less than the next person. Every single person's role in this Parents Unite means something, from the people who stay and work their bit at their house to the people who go to Congress and work their bit in DC and everybody in between. Like everybody matters here, and we literally could not do this without you. So just go into this knowing that you are a crucial part of this program, and without you, we wouldn't be one. So pat yourselves on the back for being here, and let's get this going.
So I have something to add. I know Jasmine really loved this when I said it. You are not pestering, you are parenting. Advocating is not some complex out of body experience that you need to have down pat to do. If you're willing to talk to people and be personable face to face, that's all we need. Of course, if you're on the shyer side, you might need a little bit more training. I know that I was a little bit more hesitant when it came to the state representatives that were more Republican, just because of the stigma of, oh my gosh, they're going to turn me down automatically. But that's why we're going to have all the trainings and everything that you need. If you do have any questions and you want to reach out to anybody that was on the advisory, please reach out. Blair or Linda will give you our email addresses. I posted mine in the chat as well. If anybody wants to talk, has questions or concerns, just let us know.
And I just wanted to add, go ahead, something for Blair and the state association.
No, we're going to the panelists. Any other panelists who wanted to do closing?
Yes, I did just want to say that from my perspective, I'm here in California and I can't wait to hear all the great things you guys have done in April. And so for advocating really means to me that your one voice is speaking for hundreds and thousands of people. And so you guys are going there in April, and I'm going to be one of those people you're going to be speaking up for, because we be here in California. And, I was also thinking too, we're going to Sacramento in March. So I don't know how, if possible, Parents Unite is something that can happen there. I don't know so I don't know about that. But yeah, I just wanted to thank, you guys for joining this. And it's so great to see the parents willing to stand up at a time right now where our voice matters more than anything. So I hope you guys are going to kill it. You guys are going to do such a good job. Thank you so much.
Lachey, this is Mike here in California as well. We will be live and active in California in March as well. So look forward to seeing you there.
Then yes,
Parents Unite will be
so
live.
much, Michael. All right.
Yay. Michael, I'm so glad you're able to join us, even if it's right at the end. Thank you.
That was the best information, I think. That was probably some of the best information I needed. Thank you, Michael.
And I would just like to thank everybody for taking the time to be here today, a part of this meeting, and just taking in all this information that we're sharing. And yes, Brianna is correct. Since our very first meeting together last year in September, I really love the fact that she instilled in me personally that we're parents, we're not pests. So I literally quote her quote all the time to all of my parents when I have my meetings now. At any time I get the chance, I let parents know that, because it's a true feeling. Sometimes you're scared to speak up, sometimes you're scared to ask a question, or just anything. So remember that you speak for your child, not just your child, but every little voice that can't speak up for themselves, every little voice that can't advocate for themselves. That's what you do. You speak from passion, you speak from your heart. And that's just really my biggest advice to give to you, so that way you don't feel like you're stumbling over your words. I did see somebody earlier write in the chat about having a script. I just think scripts kind of, if you try to memorize it too much, it throws you off. You might lose your word. And then when you do have these meetings, if you are selected to go on the Hill, you are only going to get about 2 minutes of their time, literally. So you kind of want to hit your key points anyway and say what it is that you want to say, not rushing it, but just saying what you have to say, because they're very busy people. And when you're done, you make sure you thank them and send a follow-up email as well. That's how you in a sense, keep your foot on their neck. So that way they know that you're very serious about what you said, and you're passionate, and Head Start means something to you. It means something to us, and we don't want to see it go away. It's been here 60 plus years. Again, we don't want to see this go away. So again, thank you everybody for your time today.
Thank you, Jasmine. Any other of our panelists want to step in?
I just wanted to also say thank you. It's always a joy to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on things, and to just hear how many people really advocate for Head Start, and everybody willing to take their time to come to the meeting today. I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks. Thank you, Savannah. All right. Anybody else from our panel? All right. Thank you, everybody. We're done 2 minutes early. I think we did something really solid. I hope you feel as inspired as I do. And thank you again, just as I said, to everybody, because it really took everyone putting this together. Thank you. It's good.
Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.